And welcome back to Local Matters, everybody. I'm Danny Kramer. Today we're with the Salt Lake County Library System. In fact, we'll be doing this on a continuing basis. I am happy to say, because I love books, and my thanks to Trish Hull. You're the manager of the Magna Library. And you're going to be the, I want to say Oprah Winfrey, but you're going to do, no, you're going to actually tell me about certain books.
You bet.
And we're going to do this on a continuing basis. And as we should mention, I don't care if you ever buy any of these books. In fact, you don't have to buy them because you can go to the county library, right?
That's right. Saves a lot of money. Books are very expensive. Although I will admit, I frequent Amazon quite a bit.
I do too, and I go to Barnes & Noble, and I go to Borders. And I'm going to have to use my glasses on this because we have, and we can do this, I love it, what's it called? Reader's Choice books? Reader's
Choice. Twice a year, the county library, they have a committee that reads books all year round, and we pick twice a year 20, 25 books that are new authors or authors you may not have heard of that we think are good. They're not going to be your best sellers that get a lot of press. And then we bring these books into the library, we buy a lot of copies of them, and we ask you, the reader, to read the book and then vote and tell us if you liked it, if you hated it, what your opinion is, and then we have a winner from every library, and then we have a system winner. And also the readers, we pick a ballot, one of those ballots from every library, and we have a reader winner who gets a gift certificate to, I believe it's Barnes & Noble.
Got it. And can they go online and see what these books are?
Yes,
list?
We have a Reader's Choice website as well.
All right. Now, what you have challenged me to do, pardon me, earlier in the week you gave me 10 different books. I couldn't read them all. I did, you know, you have some thumbnails, and, and I scanned them. I'm going to keep them for a little while longer. They're library books, so I'll return them. But let's go through a few, if you don't mind. Okay?
You bet.
I'm going to give you a title, and you tell us about it. Babylon's Ark. This one I love.
Isn't it fascinating?
Oh, tell us about it.
You know, it's so great because it's about the war in Baghdad, but it has nothing really to do with pro or con. It's simply about something you would never think of in war, and that's the zoo in Baghdad and what happened to the animals during the war. The author of the book is a conservator from Africa, and when he was kind of understanding what was going on in the war, he thought someone has to go take care of those animals. How he got there is a whole story in and of itself, but when he got to the zoo, he was just appalled because the rockets and the bombing had destroyed the zoo. The walls, they were put up with plywood or fencing. And if the animals had been in any shape, they could have easily gotten out of their enclosures. But because they were emaciated, they had no water, they were dehydrated.
Probably traumatized.
And they were horribly traumatized from all the bombing and everything.
Yes.
They had no will or desire or ability to even get out of the enclosures. So to me it was just fascinating what he had to do to help save those animals' lives. His very first thought was the most humane thing would be to put them all down. And then he decided, no, he was going to give them a chance. He had a lot of help from soldiers, from journalists, from other people. Things that I thought were interesting, he had to find food for the animals, but before he did that, he had to feed the other zoo helpers. Because if you see food going to an animal and your family is starving, you're going to steal that food. So he had to provide food for the zookeepers so that he could get enough food to feed the animals. Things like that, no water. They had to hand bucket water into these animals. It was just, I just was stunned. It was one of those books that you start reading and you think, oh, and then you can't put it down. You have to finish it.
If you're an animal person at all, Babylon's Ark, Lawrence Anthony. That's our first. Okay, Karma Girl. This one's kind of funny.
Very campy. It's the Superman Batman thing where you live in a world in a city where there are superheroes and uber villains. And it starts with this girl who is not a superhero, but she's engaged to be married, and the day of her wedding she goes to find her fiancé, and he is with her best friend. Well, that's sort of, you know, a typical story. But what she finds out is not only is he with her best friend, he is a superhero, and she is an uber villain, which is just wrong on so many levels. So she gets very angry, and she reveals their true identities. And she decides that's going to be her job, is to reveal the identities of all these superheroes and uber villains. Well, she reveals the identity of one, and it has tragic consequences, and he commits suicide. And so she decides her karma is off, and she's got to stop doing that. But unfortunately, an uber villain decides that she wants to find out the identity of the fabulous 5 superheroes. And so she kidnaps this girl and tells her, you have to find these identities or I will kill you and all the people you love. So it's just campy, it's funny, it's laugh out loud humor.
Yeah, it's a funny book.
It is, and there's actually a sequel out now too called Hot Mama. It's, you know, all the heroes' names start and end with the same letters. So there's like Fiona Fine, and you know, it's just funny. The whole book is just a cute takeoff on that.
Called Karma Girl. It's K-A-R-M-A. We'll show you the front of it on screen. And Jennifer E-S-T-E-P is the author on that. Okay, Havoc. This is Jack Dubrul. Tell me about this one.
It's a great action thriller. Combines a whole lot of things. This man and this woman meet in Africa. The girl is there inspecting this little village that has an incredibly high cancer rate. She works for NEST, I believe, which is an Atomic Regulatory Commission group. And they can't figure out why this town has so much cancer. And he's looking for a very strange rock that he's supposed to be able to find. Well, they're on the leading edge. Just as they get to this village, there's a revolutionary group coming through that is just sacking and destroying villages and killing everyone. And they're just right before that group. So, of course, there's adventure and there's action, and they have to escape this group, and they just barely escape with their lives. And turns out there's a great deal of mystery involved that includes everything from World War II, Hitler, the Hindenburg, Alexander the Great, a mysterious group of soldiers that are to preserve some secret thing, kind of like a Knights Templar. It's at Einstein. It just combines all kinds of things. I look at it as a Da Vinci Code meets Indiana Jones.
Okay. You know, Trish, sometimes, and I realize sometimes other authors will, for whatever reason, they'll give it a wonderful review. But I love to see some people who have been quoted. And some of my favorite authors, Clive Cussler, Lee Child, the Publishers Weekly.
It's a great action thriller.
Jack Dubrul, it's called Havoc.
It's a little bit intellectual. There's some little puzzles in it, too, so it's fun.
Okay, we've only got a couple of seconds before we go to break, but before we do, and we're not going to get to all of these books, we'll let people know. If something kind of lights my fire, or it's not like there's just one copy of the book.
Oh, no. No. We have hundreds.
Hundreds.
Of these books, we buy additional copies.
And when I go to the library, if they don't happen to have it there, you'll find it.
Absolutely. We'll bring it in for it. It should just take a few days.
That's the coolest service in the whole world.
It is, isn't it?
So if you've got a favorite library that's in your neighborhood, you can go there and go to the people, or I guess the computer. You
could do it from home. You can go online, pick the books you want, place them on hold at home, and then just go to the library and pick them up, and they're waiting for you.
Oh, okay. Trish Hull is my guest in this segment. We're going to talk about some more of the books, the Reader's Choice books at the Salt Lake County Library System. Hey, this is Local Matters. Don't move. I'm Danny Kramer, and I will be right back.